Wait a minute. Ah, of course. There's no water connected. Well, my camera's all full of water. So this video is reviewing the Brio reverse osmosis water cooler. Now what's important about this guy is that it has, I want to say, a 4-stage filter. So this is going to remove the impurities and send them into the drain. How is it going to do that? Oh, you got a dent. Mother freaker. I'm not even gonna, I don't even care. It takes so long to get it. So water goes in, tap water goes in, the bad sediment or the bad impurities come out. This is gonna connect to your drain. Now this is a bottleless water cooler, meaning you connect it straight to your drain underneath your sink. It says packaged contents. So all the stuff that I need comes already here. This is the T-valve. You put underneath your sink. You're gonna get an extra outlet for that. These little clamps to shut the... Once it's inserted, you could clamp it and lock it in so your hose doesn't come off. This adapter is designed to flush your filters. The instructions say to flush each filter for 5 minutes. This comes included. This is a cigar cutter. This is designed to cut the length of hose that you will need to wire up your cooler. And it also comes with the length of Teflon tape and this adapter for the drain. And this guy has a 90-degree elbow for the back of the cooler, which is really handy. So this is going to be the drain. This is going to be the source because it has a valve in it. Obviously your indications, you're going to have hot water, cold water, you're going to have power. Now you're going to have what they call the hot water, room temperature water, and ice cold water. It's going to be living next to the refrigerator. There is no refrigerator here yet, but I'm waiting for the refrigerator delivery people to come by. So here's what the instructions say. It says right here, I'm not allowed to mount it, nor anywhere downstream of this, which is unfortunate because my sink does not have this. So it therefore does not have this, therefore does not have that. And they say that the important reason why this is the way it is so that you don't clog your drain with debris. Now I have no choice but to use this as a mounting point, as since this doesn't exist, the next thing after the elbow is the trap and then the sewage line to the wall. So this is the wall right here. So the alternative is, how are we going to mount it? Now let's say that this is the garbage disposal. Here's the blades. And when I turned it on, here's the discharge. The blades rotate clockwise. So what that means is that the water discharges in a radial pattern from the center in a manner where it's tangent to the circle. What does that mean? It means, where do I go? Side A or side B? Where do I drill this hole? So fortunately for me, after just a little bit of head scratching, knowing that side A would be really susceptible to direct discharge of debris. If I am running the garbage disposal for any reason, there's food going in there. This line, tangent to the blade, it's in direct line of sight. If I was to drill a hole, which would be the easier way because here are the cabinet doors, right? The cabinet doors open up this direction. This makes sense. Hey, easy, pull the drill right here, screw it in, call it a day. Now the more ideal would be side B, because side B is shielded. This area here, theoretically, does not get any direct force from discharge. If anything, it's gonna bounce off of this plane right here and go that direction into the drain line. So there will be a void here. You know, in a perfect world, that's just how it is. So what that means for me is I have to take that off. That elbow, it looks like this. And then there's a collet right here. And then there's a trap. Something like that, rudimentary, not to scale. So I would have to drill a hole right here, but coming in from the back. Now, my first attempt, I'm gonna drill it in place. First attempt. Second attempt is remove and drill. Reinstall. I want to avoid this guy because this guy is going to be stinky. I'm going to flush hot water for multiple duration of probably half an hour. Just hot, blazing hot water, soap, maybe some bleach to clean it if I have to remove it. It's going to be nasty. You don't want to drill into something like that. But the good thing is that there is that option. So this is going to be the wall. And this is where I'm going to be drilling into, this side. Now, I hope that makes sense. It's kind of confusing. Let me go over it again. Garbage disposal. This is the blades. Spins clockwise. Discharge. Now the blades will be shooting radially tangent to the spinning impeller, making this side A not good. You would be very susceptible to clogging this up. Granted, it's discharge. I don't know how it affects upstream. Let's just say RO. How it affects our upstream RO unit. Now, I decide I'm going to drill on this side. It's the more difficult side because there's a wall right here. And over here is open. That's what we're going to do. That is my reasoning to mounting it behind here. Because now we have a void here through flow analysis. Now this is just off the top of my brain. And I verified the spinning direction of the garbage disposal right before I did this video. This segment of this video, actually. It makes total sense, you know, on paper, right? So that is my reasoning behind how I decide to do this. Now, to any other handyman, this is the more difficult direction to install. I don't think I'm gonna get a drill back there, but it's gonna make me feel good, and I will sleep better at night. And on top of that, this is slightly at an angle, so the line will not be at a sharp kink. Whereas here, it's gonna shoot straight out, and you have to turn it around, or whatever. It's gonna be really sharp bends. Not ideal. Not ideal. This is gonna be a smooth one direction bend out to the machine, to the RO unit. Well, actually the arrow is gonna go this way. Yeah, so the water discharge, and this is not stuff you want to drink. This is brine. We're going to test it with total dissolved solid meter if I find it, and I actually have one, so hopefully this works. It's going to take more work on my end, but the result will be very rewarding. In case any funny business happens, I am going to be prepared to catch. Yeah, it's blocking. So I'm gonna do it without. This is what we're gonna use. Okay. How's that look like? Ooh, perfect. So yeah, we could get access to it. You hear I'm going really slow. How does that look? Well, there's no contrast because it's black on black on black on black. But at least it's right where it needs to be. Oh. So the thing with plastic is once you break through, it's going to want to pull the rest of the way. Okay. We are good. We are good. Ugh. So that part is done. Oh, what an awkward position. Okay. It wasn't as painful as I thought it would be. As a courtesy, I'm going to inspect down here. This little hole is what I drilled. This saddle goes on top. This is where the hose connects. This is where the brine will drain. So the first version, this version seemed to not really want to work that good because it kept cross-threading. Well, I don't know why it kept cross-threading, but it just wouldn't work. So let us get this guy up here. So I chose an area right behind these drawers here. Now my intention is to zip tie the water line outside. Like out of the way of the sliders. And also out of the way of the dishes, or anything that goes into the back. Could be better. Could be worse. So because it started getting late and I was running short on time, I'm not gonna talk as I do it, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. Just gonna do it. Cool on goes on the right. So the entire length of pipe that had water, it all just came running out. But here's the fitting, the adapter. Not super cranky. Will it leak? Why did I do that? Let's stop going too. I'll just keep cranking on it. Shut. Gasket. Now, it's for the moment of truth. No leaks, please. No leaks. Okay. We're gonna connect to the water out. Before we do that, we're gonna install this 90-degree. Easy, right? Of course. Instructions require us to flush the filters, running about 5 minutes of water through. Wait a minute. Ah, of course. There's no water connected. Well, my camera's all full of water. This adapter. Jeez Louise. Now this adapter is directional, has an arrow. This is a discharge. Now the importance of that arrow is because it's going to determine the flow of water through the filter. You can install this however you want, but if you install it the other way, you're going to be wrong. So if you install it with the source coming in contrary to the arrow direction, you'll be backflowing these filters. It's bad. You'll be filling it up with all the impurities of your system, and you don't want that. Ooh, almost did it again. So what we're going to do is walk with me. We're going to take these filters out. So we're going to begin with stage 1. Stage 1 is the oh, look at that. Sediment filter. Oh, there's water everywhere. Now, if you guys give me like 5 minutes, drag this guy. Yeah, I don't have to worry about it. So this is the sediment filter. We're going to flush it for about 5 minutes. It should be white. They say it would be white. Does it look white? Hold on. Does not look white. It's got some kick to it. Okay, that's better. They say to flush between 1 and 3 gallons through these filters. I'm gonna just flush it for about 3 minutes. I think the military had a procedure for flushing potable water through their hose, which is always dried up and stored in the fan room. So I'm gonna kind of follow those directions. So this is just flushing the system. So all the water sitting in the lines, the impurities, all the trash, etc. I guess all the shipping dust. But I mean, I've never heard of having to flush filters, but I'm not going to argue with instructions. This is going to keep all the bad stuff out of the system itself. So this is a good thing. It's a good thing. Now I got 4 filters, 5 minutes apiece. You're looking at 20 minutes. I'm thirsty. Can I leave this here? Is there something heavy I could put? No, I cannot. I have a weight, a big giant weight. Okay. This is getting kind of silly. So I'm going to do something smart. Yeah, I don't trust it. I'm going to get a weight. The water way over here, dude. Okay, here we go. Kettlebell's gonna hold the line so it doesn't fly up and start watering my walls again. Okay, That works good. So we just let that sit for a good old 5 minutes. Saw that, right? Am I not supposed to flush it? WTF. You read the instructions. It's got the little stick on top. So the stick is different. I'm not gonna flush the RO filter. You know, it's just not gonna fit. Round peg, square hole, that sort of thing. Or square peg, round hole. Oh, I saw a leak. Oh no, that was not a leak. That was just a clip repositioning itself. That's it. So this is the noise this guy makes. Installed. All the lines are ran. Hear it. This is going to measure the total dissolved solids, aka impurities, in each of these water samples. On the right is the tap water straight from the sink faucet. On the left is from the reverse osmosis water cooler. I'm going to hit the hold feature and hold the value so you can get a good look. Ooh. It's definitely higher than I thought. 431. Rinsing it, I have not taken off the hold button yet. The hold button is still there. All zeros, no hold. Okay, got some numbers. 037. Okay, so then that is a significant drop in impurities. Total dissolved solids had been dropped well enough for me to taste the difference. Now I'm gonna just do a taste test. Let me shake this guy off. This is the tap water. Some chlorine smell. Heavy chlorine smell. How does it compare to the reverse osmosis? No chlorine smell. Obviously it's gone through a pre-carbon and a post-carbon in between the RO membrane. Oof. So I'm just getting ready to taste this guy. And I need to really relax so I could not be distracted. No smell still. I stop looking at the monitor. No smell. Clean, crisp, refreshing. Yeah, definitely smell of chlorine. I'm sure there's all kinds of other funny stuff in here that I'd rather not want to know about. Chloramines, E. coli, runoff, nitrogen. Oh yeah, coats the palate. Yeah, definitely not something pleasant to drink. This one, oh yeah. So that one leaves like a chalky taste on the roof of my mouth, not my tongue. Big difference. So in my opinion, it's really well worth the effort going through all these steps to get this water cooler. And I have some stairs, so if I had a bottle, I would have to constantly be getting the bottle, hauling it upstairs. I don't want to do that. And on top of that, flipping the bottle and inverting it into the machine is going to cause a lot of mess. So this is going to change a lot. like that stuff, the chalkiness in my mouth is still there from the tap water sample. But I definitely recommend this 4-stage reverse osmosis water cooler from Brio. There's some steps, but when I was researching the water cooler, I couldn't find the information that I have now provided for you today. So I hope that this helps you. The one thing I would not get would be the no, yeah, no. Even then, like if there was like a discharge port to feed a refrigerator, that would just make it perfect. That would make it perfect. Maybe I could install one. I could probably tee it off of that thing, but that would make it so awesome. That could probably be some modification to do in the future. But for now, this is going to be fine. The ice is going to be less than 5% or 10% of the beverage, so when it waters down, the dissolved solids, it would increase, but still would be an 80% reduction. So it's good. I recommend it. 2 thumbs up. Thank you.